Hi, good morning students. How are you? I think all of you are very fine. Okay. So today we are going through the new chapter. It is NASRUDDHEEN'S AIM. And all of you know, and all of you may be heard about the stories of NASRUDDHEEN. Totally, the story of the NASRUDDHEEN is very joyful and enjoyable. So like that we can enjoy this story. Okay, so this is a story of NASRUDDHEEN telling about the arrow and bow with ടാർജറ്റഡ് ദി നസറുദ്ദീൻ ലക്ഷ്യം വെച്ച ഒരു അമ്പും വില്ലും കൊണ്ട് ലക്ഷ്യം വെച്ച ഒരു സ്ഥാനത്തെക്കുറിച്ച് പറയുന്ന സ്റ്റോറിയാകുന്നു. ഓക്കെ, സോ ബിഫോർ ദാറ്റ് ഐ ആം ആഡിങ് ഹിയർ സം pictures and its word in English. Okay, that are important words and in this chapter. Okay, so look, so first one, this is the bow, വില്ല് എന്ന് പറയും. And this is arrow, അമ്പ്. And next one, this archery, അമ്പെയ്ത്ത് മത്സരം, archery. Okay, we can enjoy this story by reading and understanding this completely. So it gives us something positive thinking. Okay, so we are going to the chapter. Okay, look, NASRUDDHEEN'S aim. One day, NASRUDDHEEN was chatting with his friends. He began to boast. No one can match my skill in archery. I string the bow. Take aim and shoot the arrow. Oof, the arrow is sure to hit right on target. Hearing this, one of his friends immediately brought a bow and brought a bow and some arrows. Giving them to NASRUDDHEEN, he said, "Here, NASRUDDHEEN, take this bow and arrow." Then pointing towards a target, he said, "Aim at that target and shoot." One day, ഒരു ദിവസം, NASRUDDHEEN was chatting with his friends. He was talking and chatting with his friends. He began to boast. Boast means to talk with proud, അഹങ്കരിച്ച് സംസാരിക്കുക. So he began to proud himself. So he began to boast. He began to talk about himself and to proud, അഹങ്കരിച്ച് സംസാരിക്കാൻ തുടങ്ങി. No one can match my skill in archery. And he told, no one can match my skill in archery. No one can match. There have no anyone who can match with me and with my skill in archery. അമ്പെയ്ത്ത് മത്സരത്തിൽ എൻ്റെ സ്കില്ലിനോട് മാച്ച് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റിയ ഒരാളുമില്ല. He told. I string the bow, take aim and shoot the arrow. So he told. Also NASRUDDHEEN പറഞ്ഞു, I string the bow. All of you know bow. And bow have a string. വില്ലിൽ ഒരു നൂലുണ്ട്. ആ നൂലിനാകുന്നു string എന്ന് പറയാം. So if we are dragging that string, we will tell string. ആ നൂല് വലിക്കുന്നതിന് സ്ട്രിങ് എന്ന് വെർബായിട്ടും ഉപയോഗിക്കും. സോ ഹി ടോൾഡ്, ഐ സ്ട്രിങ് ദി ബോ. ഐ വിൽ ഡ്രാഗ് ദി സ്ട്രിങ് ഓൺ ദി ബോ. ആ വില്ലിലുള്ള നൂല് ഞാൻ വലിക്കും. ആൻഡ് ടേക്ക് എയിം, ആൻഡ് ഐ വിൽ ടേക്ക് ദി എയിം, ലക്ഷ്യം വെക്കും. ആൻഡ് ഷൂട്ട് ദി ആരോ, ആൻഡ് ഐ വിൽ ഷൂട്ട് ദ ആരോ ഓൺ ദി എയിം. ഐ വിൽ ഷൂട്ട് ഓൺ ദി കറക്റ്റ് പ്ലേസ് ഓൺ ദി എയിം. ഹു ടോൾഡ്. Whoosh, the arrow is sure to hit right on target. NASRUDDHEEN ഇതും കൂടെ ആഡ് ചെയ്ത് പറഞ്ഞു. Whoosh, the arrow is sure. This arrow is sure it will hit the right on the target. It will right on the aim. Target means ലക്ഷ്യസ്ഥാനം, അമ്പ് എത്തുന്ന ലക്ഷ്യസ്ഥാനം. So he told, the arrow is sure to hit the right on the target. He told, surely the arrow will hit on the target. Hearing this, one of his friend heard these words of the NASRUDDHEEN's words. Heard one of his friend. So when he hearing these words, one of the friend of NASRUDDHEEN immediately means suddenly. One of his friends immediately brought a bow and some arrows. Suddenly, one of his friends brought is the past of bring. So he brought a bow, ഒരു വില്ലും and some arrows also, and he brought some arrows also. Giving them to Nasruddin, he said, "Here, Nasruddin, take this bow and arrow." So he gave the arrow and bow to Nasruddin. ഇത് രണ്ടും നസ്രുദ്ദീന് നൽകി. His friend gave these two things to Nasruddin, and he said, when he gave that to Nasruddin, he told, "Here, Nasruddin, look here. Take this bow and arrow." So Nasruddin, take this bow and arrow. ഇത് രണ്ടും എടുക്കൂ. Then pointing towards a target, he said, and his friend, Nasruddin's friend, pointed. He pointed towards a target, towards a aim. And he said to Nasruddin, what? Aim at that target. Nasruddin, you have to aim on that target. You have to aim that point and shoot that point. എന്നിട്ട് ആ പോയിന്റിലേക്ക് ഷൂട്ട് ചെയ്യണമെന്ന് who told his friend told to Nasruddin. And shoot an arrow. Then shoot that point with an arrow. ഒരു അമ്പ് ഉപയോഗിച്ചിട്ട് you have to shoot that point. ആ പോയിന്റിലേക്ക് ഷൂട്ട് ചെയ്യണമെന്ന് his friend told to Nasruddin. Nasruddin held the bow on his hand. So Nasruddin held the bow in his hand. Nasruddin held the bow in his hands, strung it, aimed at the target, and shot an arrow. Nasruddin held means hold. Nasruddin hold the bow. He took the bow in his hand, strung it, and he strung its string. അതിൻ്റെ നൂല് വലിച്ചു. Aimed at the target, and he aimed at the target, and he aimed at the point where they wanted him, and shoot an arrow, and he took a arrow also and shoot that target, and he shoot the aim with that arrow. Oh, the arrow didn't hit the target. Oh, the arrow didn't hit the target, but എങ്കിലും the arrow didn't reach on the correct point. Oh, the arrow didn't hit the target. So the arrow didn't reach on the point. Instead, it fell down. Instead of getting on the target, it fell down. The arrow fell down somewhere in the middle. Somewhere on the middle of the way to the target. ടാർജറ്റിലേക്ക് എത്തുന്ന വഴിയുടെ നടുവിൽ വെച്ച് നിലത്തേക്ക് വീഴുകയും ചെയ്തു. The arrow fell down on the middle of the way towards the target. Ha 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 ha. His friends teased him and laughed at him. His friends, Nasruddin's friends, they teased the Nasruddin and they laughed. Ha 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 ha, like that, okay. His friends started laughing. Nasruddin's friends, they started to laughing. They said, "Hi Nasruddin, is this your best aim?" Oh, is this your best aim? ഇതാണ് നീ പറഞ്ഞ best aim. They teased him and they laughed at him. Oh no, it is not a best aim. Not at all. Notice, this is not the aim which I told you, said the Nasruddin, defending himself. Defending means protecting. So Nasruddin told like this by protecting himself. സ്വന്തം സംരക്ഷിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടി he told like this. This wasn't my aim. ഇത് എൻ്റെ എയിം ആയിരുന്നില്ല. And he told that for protecting himself, സ്വന്തം സംരക്ഷിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് അദ്ദേഹം ഒരു കാര്യം കൂടെ ആഡ് ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ട് പറഞ്ഞു, it was Azad's aim. ഇത് ആസാദ് വെച്ച എയിമായിരുന്നു. This is not my aim. Who told? Nasruddin told. This is not my aim. എൻ്റെ ലക്ഷ്യം ഇതായിരുന്നില്ല. It was the aim of the Azad. He told and he protected himself. സ്വന്തത്തെ അദ്ദേഹം ഇങ്ങനെ പറഞ്ഞുകൊണ്ട് സംരക്ഷിച്ചു. I just showed you how Azad shoot an arrow, and I just show you. I show you. ഞാൻ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് കാണിച്ചു തന്നതാണ് what? How Azad shoot an arrow. Azad, how Azad do and how he shoot a arrow. Azad എങ്ങനെയാണ് ഒരു arrow shoot ചെയ്യുക? That I show you, and that thing I show you. Nasruddin told his friends. I just showed you how Azad shoots an arrow and he escaped by telling this one. Okay. Saying this, Nasruddin picked up another arrow, and after told this, saying this thing, Nasruddin took another arrow and another arrow. He took another arrow, and once again he took another arrow, and he strung the bow, and he strung the string of that bow, aimed at the target, and he aimed at the point at the target and shoot the arrow, and he shoot that arrow. So today's class has been finishing, but we are telling today the summary of today's class. Nasruddin firstly he pride himself, സ്വന്തം പൊങ്ങച്ചം പറഞ്ഞുകൊണ്ട് അദ്ദേഹം pride ചെയ്തു. So one of his friend gave him some a bow and some arrows and told him to shoot on a point. So Nasruddin shoot on that point, but he didn't got his arrow didn't got on the aim and on the correct point എത്തിയില്ല. So he escaped from that. So his friends laughed at him and they teased him and they laughed, ha ha ha. So he told, it is not my aim, this is the Azad's aim, and I showed you how Azad shoots, like that he told, and he protected himself. Then he took another arrow and he began to shoot. Then what happened? So on the next second arrow, then what happened? We can look on the next class. Okay, so wait and see, and we can start the remaining parts on next class. Okay, so all of you are requested to read this chapter completely and understand the all word meanings and by heart the spellings also. Okay, thank you.